Whoop, whoop. What's up, you guys? Happy Tuesday. We're doing the NXT thing. Whoop, whoop. Giggity, giggity. And we kick it off with the Rascals entering the building, getting ready for their match with Gallus. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you all for joining us. We're here. We're in it. It's NXT time. Whoop, whoop. And they kick it off with the six-man tag, and they play the Rascals music. Of course, they make sure to leave out the bong rip intro. Dude, that's cool that, dude, I really think TNA is kind of getting a lot more out of this than NXT or WWE is. Like, they're doing well by, WWE is treating that TNA very well in this. Get me yeet, pal. What's up, Gam Wolfers? Whoop, whoop. Good to see you. Giggity, giggity. Let's give you guys a little bit of a head up. I got some food coming, so I got to go take care of that here in a second. Whoop, whoop. Well, this is an interesting way to open the show because that makes you wonder, okay, what else are they going to be planning? What else they got on tap? Galaxy. Now I'm looking forward to this one. Rascals back together as a trio for the first time since Wentz and Lee had originally signed with NXT. We got the welcome back chants going. Yeah, somebody pointed this out too. How much longer before we see something between Ariana Grace and Santino? We got Lab Rat in the house. Whoop, whoop. What's up? Good to see you. Giggity, giggity. We're kicking shit off with the six-man tag of Gallus versus the Rascals. And of course, and notably the bong rip intro of their theme song was cut out. No, I like this. This is cool. You know, they might have. I don't remember. Plus, with where the trajectory of cannabis acceptance is going, and the fact that it's an election year, I think we're going to I think by the end of 2024, we're going to see like pushes for national legalization. Can you at least slam him in the center of the ring instead of like, you know, like right by the ropes? Oh man, Sour Diesel will always be my favorite. Sour Diesel will always be my favorite strain. Other ones are great. I enjoy other ones, but Sour Diesel will always stand above the rest. Okay, what's going on with my food here? Let me check something here real quick. Okay, they're caught at that traffic light. That makes sense. That traffic light's always a pain in the ass. Yeah, man, that one's a classic. That'll never go out of style. Sour Diesel, yeah, that's here to stay, pal. And then Joe Hendry comes out during this. Like they literally like did the whole say his name bit on commentary, and out he comes. Oh, there's like a big like triple or sextuple down, and then Joe Hendry comes out. Dude, that's not a bad hook going into commercial. Then we go into picture of Joe Hendry walking around high-fiving fans at ringside. We got Hendry on commentary, pal. I'm reducing my risk. Wegovy is the only FDA-approved weight management medicine that's proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events in adults with heart disease and with obesity or overweight. Ooh. Ooh. Oh man, I can only imagine how fucked up you were that night, pal. Whoop whoop. Ooh, yeah, LA Confidential. That's a fun one too. I've always enjoyed that one. Oh, that sucks, bro. Where it's like, fuck, I'm hungry, and I'm too fucked up to go out, so I gotta order delivery. Whoop whoop. Our secret family recipe now with zero added sugar. Zero. You already said that, Manny. What makes Special K so special? All those vitamins and minerals. Or it all contains sweet macaroni and vanilla flavored milk. Yeah. Rascals, pal. Special K. Special for a reason. When the sawdust settles and the engine roars, the thing you care about is the job. Yeah, they kind of sort of quietly turned them babyface with this NXT crossover and having them getting jumped by I forgot what faction that was that Charlie Dempsey's a part of. Plus, the reunion with Wesley as well. Which, to be fair, TNA kind of needed it. They were kind of getting short on babyface tag teams, so why not flip the Rascals? I believe in revamped. What's up, pal? Good to see you. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, something. Yeah, Catch Crew something. That's all I know about him. Giggity. Joe Hendry is the most over guy in this thing, and he's not even in the match. I think WWE realizes the potential and value in Joe Hendry, and they're just taking it as slow as they possibly can while still moving forward.
This coming from you. This kid's got talent. I mean, you got to look at Dallas too, Joey. This match is starting swinging the favor. You got to like what you're seeing from the Rascals against guys that have been talking down.
Dude, this like TNA NXT crossover has made like both shows so much more interesting. Like, because now they really kind of have a feel of anything can happen. They've really started to kind of develop that feeling. Oh yeah, I can believe Joe Hendry's a hot topic in Europe, 100%, because he crosses over from wrestling into mainstream pop culture. He has the ability to do that. Not a lot of guys in the business do. Wentz is on fire, pal. Get me Kane. Dude, I think if Hendry had like the clearest, freest platform with everything available to him, I think he could be like a star on the level like a John Cena or The Rock. Joe Hendry I believe Joe Hendry has charisma that matches like a John Cena or The Rock. I really do. Whoop, whoop. It's been a fun match, man. Dude, they put the Rascals over, bro. Dude, NXT's been fun. Like NXT and TNA have been fun to watch. Like been a lot more fun to watch ever since this partnership started. Yeah, pal, NXT and A. Yeah. Oh, they're chanting that? That's fucking awesome. Yeah, Rascals are NXT, pal. Yeah, obviously there's some, things that need to get, tightened up for sure. But the at least the main idea is there. Execution, yeah, clearly needs a lot more work. Dude, they have a recap of last week narrated by Joe Hendry. Dude, they have. I really think WWE believes they're snagging him as soon as his deal's up.
Believed in one sensation. Finally, Trick Williams said his name and he appeared. I believe in Joe Hendry. And so the dream team was made. The hottest superstar in NXT, Trick Williams, and the answer to all life's problems, Joe Hendry. He no one could have possibly imagined. Now a reality. Oro Mensah, Chase Ethan Page away, and all the stars aligned for Hendry Williams.
It's a TNA takeover, pal. Yeah, I mean they clearly had some stuff that could have tightened up, but I'm digging this.
Next, we hear from the NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez. With me now, Chase University. Did you just say Roxanne? Yes.
Dude, I love Thea Hale as a performer so much. Like, she gets it. There's so much raw, like, performance talent right there. She gets it. She's so freaking talented. All right, guys, my food's here. I will be right back. Shouldn't be more than a few minutes, just a little bit. Be right back, guys. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, man. Like, some different stuff we haven't seen happen in wrestling, and like we have not seen a cross promotion like this, where like both sides are benefiting like this, and both sides are actually working together to lift each other up. At least is how it looks so far. Like we all saw what happened with when TNA and AEW worked together. AEW just fucking ran roughshod over me and looked like shit. Yeah, I saw that too, Kenny P. Glad to hear that he's doing well and the missile silos intact. Whoop whoop. I think this is even better than ECW. Like I think they're doing TNA better than WWE did ECW. Well, aside from giving them like $10 million. Yeah, agreed. I think AEW is kind of they're trying to be the big boys. Yeah, we need to keep that silo safe intact, pal. Chicken wings and onion rings. Yeah, pal. Yeah, exactly. Like they're not realizing like how a partnership is supposed to work on how to elevate both people instead of just one. Triple H and Shawn Michaels somehow figured that out with NXT and TNA. Ah, lame, bro. Lame. Make them spicy chicken tenders, and we got a deal. Yeah, pal. Did he just say no chance in hell, pal?
Okay. The longer you run, listen, the longer you run, the worse it's going to get for you. You hear me? Huh? Okay.
Exactly. Like if both sides can put aside egos, they can understand, like, and they actually work together, it elevates both. Like it's a benefit to both. And if they understand, and it looks like NXT and TNA realize that, and they're maximizing that. I mean, admittedly, NXT hasn't been sending hasn't been sending enormous stars to TNA. But to be fair and to make up for it, the people that from TNA that come to NXT get treated like gold. They're going over in matches. They're getting like prominent spots in main events. I think that's a fair trade-off. Yes, that too. Triple H kind of he kind of got the ball rolling with that with Progress and Evolve. Absolutely, Gam. Yeah, that would be funny. PCO visiting Chase U. That'd be funny. I'd enjoy that. Get me loud noises, pal. We got Canada Spaceman in the house. Whoop, whoop.
Treating me like the champion that I am.
Man, I think I might have said this on the Impact Attack. I don't remember. But we actually saw Roxy on TNA because she was the ROH Women's World Champion. Oh, wait. Dude, I forgot what belt it was that she dropped to Deanna. It was either that or the AAA Reina de Reina's title. One of the two titles she dropped to Deanna, and that led to Deanna doing the Champ Challenge every week. Yeah, that's a dude. Perfect idea. Science project. Just bring PCO in as a science project. He doesn't have to wrestle, just appear in vignettes and play his character. That's all he has to do.
Tomorrow, Charlotte Flair had her very first NXT TV match. In 13 years, she's a 14-time world champion.
I'm digging this promo. Like Roxy has dude, like she said, she's only 22. And we're seeing people hitting their peaks in their early mid 40s. So if she keeps herself, in good shape, doesn't run out her bump card and do a bunch of ridiculous shit in the ring, Roxy has that woman has a huge career, a huge monetarily beneficial career ahead of her if she plays her cards right. Yeah, they kind of dropped the ball with Britt Baker. I agree. Like right now, Roxy, she could definitely be better. There's definitely a lot of room for improvement, but the raw material is there.
Nobody owes you anything. And honestly, you better get gatekeeping with the title. So I don't never really crossed, but I honestly being Roxanne, we're really not that different. I thought like the fact that you even come out here opponent, you of all people know what it's like to be underestimated. You know what it's like to have people doubt you.
Yes, exactly. It's like these Thea Hale and Roxy, I think could I think we're watching the germination of the future of the WWE Women's Division right here. Dude, Thea's cutting a good promo here. I mean, she clearly needs work. She clearly needs practice. She clearly needs the time. But there's something there. She has something. That's why NXT is developmental, because it's to give people like Thea Hale, Roxy, a platform to sharpen and enhance their inherent natural skills and talents. Get me GGP, pal. Yeah, pal. No, for what this is, developmental. This is good. I like this. This is good shit, pal.
Which means this one's division is just getting stronger. And as
That would not be a bad match revamp. Only problem is I'm pretty sure AJ Lee is very, very happily retired and not having to get involved in this business anymore. Giggity.
Championship, and then you move on to an instant right to our right.
Yes. I do believe, because that is the season 6 of the Simpsons DVDs when they came out. And I want to believe that I do. I think I remember I got it when it first came out. Yeah, they had like different sets because that was the season where they had the Who Shot Mr. Burns, or the season ended with the cliffhanger of Who Shot Mr. Burns. You get a belt. You get a belt. You get a belt. Everyone gets a belt. Dark Windy, bro.
I love this moment. Great show. Tells a great story.
Yeah, from everything I've heard, AJ Lee is very, very happy with everything else that she's doing away from wrestling. Whoop, whoop.
Some of them even said gift cards.
Man, how do you sleep at night?
On a Tempur-Pedic mattress I got at Mattress Firm. I sleep extra heavy. It's got cooling technology because Nana sleeps hot. So now I sleep.
Yeah, although to be fair, it's an A&E documentary, but it's an A&E thing. But to be fair, like, yeah, I have no doubt that Mark Henry will be back with WWE at some point. Maybe not now, but yeah, he definitely will be at some point.
Years from now, you'll still remember how good she was.
Yeah, dude. Dude, love those DVD sets, man. And the fact that they shot multiple endings for like Who Shot Mr. Burns to throw just in case anybody decided to leak. I thought it was brilliant.
To help you push back.
The reincarnation of Mark Henry, pal. Yeah. Yeah, probably something like that. Mark Henry's clearly he's very clearly a dude who's smart and intelligent enough, save his money, have a nice nest egg set up, where I can just, all right, get a deal to kind of coast off my name, do a little bit of work here and there, and I'm good. Dude, I just got done listening to the Mae Young episode of Tales from the Attitude Era with Tommy Blacha. Man, like listening to him tell that story was something else, bro. Yeah, that's a great tactic for preventing leaks. Fantastic tactic. That way, the only people who really know what the what the true plan is the people are the writers at the very top. You don't get any of these writers, producers, directors who all of a sudden get decide I want to make a name for myself by leaking this. Well, fuck you, no, you're not. We're gonna get around that shit. Suck on my chocolate, salty balls. Put them in your mouth. Put them in your mouth. Put them in your mouth and suck them, man. Suck them. It's prime day. I don't remember that. That might have happened in some markets, but I don't remember that happening in St. Louis.
Rita, I fought through the pain. I nearly broke my hand, and Roxanne still couldn't tap me out. She has hit me with the pop-ups 5 times. Simple. Pero yo te prometo, next time, nothing will be enough. Aww. You see, this is exactly what we were talking about, Ricky. You got your title shot, and you lost.
Oh, I have a great idea. Why don't you just go back to MMA? Considering you made a bigger name for yourself while you were here, kudos to you, by the way. I'm sure the American.
Yes, good writing, pal. Whoop, whoop. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But for what it was, not bad. Get me Brooks Jensen, pal. Whoop, whoop. So what are we doing with this match? I'm sorry. I don't understand this match at all. Like, what are we going for? What are we trying to get across? What's the business? Not at all. Not at all, Kenny. Until I started doing these watch-alongs, I never even watched the shows. I just kind of followed along with the HMG reviews. And of course, the Raw and SmackDown review with Vince Russo, Ben Hameen, and Stevie Richards. Whoop whoop. On Channel Attitude, giggity giggity. Yeah, pal. Damn, bro. Well, to be fair, I've seen some of that happen around near me, too. Very nice. Good shit, pal. I'd like to see a Wawa in St. Louis at some point. Dude, here is what is so great about the Beavis and Butthead characters. You can pluck them out of their time and insert them into any time period, and they will fit perfectly. Because they were essentially built to be a commentary of culture at the time. So you can basically insert them in any time period and they'll work. Oof, yeah. Yeah, that has to hurt. That's gotta hurt. Yeah, that table doesn't break. Because usually it's the give of the table that prevents it from hurting as much. So if you don't got any give, it's like, oof. And I can actually say this from experience. I was in a hardcore match. One of the spots in the match was supposed to be, I'm on the table. The guy gets on the top rope. He has a chair in his hands and his arms. He does a moonsault with the chair. Hits me with the moonsault. He's supposed to put me through the table with it, but instead he bounced off and rolled off, and the table didn't even break. Well, yeah, fuck Corey Bush, and also fuck Wesley Bell too. Democrat fucking worthless parasites. Fuck them. Yeah, man, there's that sudden stop. It's like, oof. Like you're kind of like, I think part of it is because you're mentally thinking like what you got in your head. You're thinking, okay, this is gonna break. I'm gonna go through, and then you're bracing and mentally preparing for that and physically preparing for that. And when it doesn't happen, it's kind of like jams up, and it's like, ugh, something like that.
And there's a lot of between these two. After what happened last week, and Jensen has come in with a game plan. He's focused on the ribs. Before the break, it was very evident that this was just moments ago, that vicious knee to the stomach. And
Damn, pal. All this for a TV match. Come on, guys. This should not be a match that happens on TV. This should be like a pay-per-view like quality match. You know what I'm saying? Whoop, whoop.
championship, Ethan Page defending against Dante Chen tonight. That's right. We have 2 championship matches. It's a little big crossbody into a cover.
Yeah, like I won't. Like I'm not gonna shit on the quality of this match. Like this has not been a bad match. This has been a fine match. It's just not a TV match. It's a pay-per-view or a house show match. Which conversation would that be, G-Ball? I've mentioned several conversations with matches before, with people I've had. Are you referring to the time where we were in a 4-way elimination, and one of the guys told me to like, hey, this guy goes to go to pinfall, break it up, and I'm like, why would I break it up in an elimination? Like that would make it easier. Like, why would I want one of my opponents to be eliminated? Stop one of my opponents to be eliminated. But yeah, I mean, I'd be more than absolutely happy to, discuss that. Javon Evans, pal. Dude, never, ever, 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 ever blindly trust the weather people. We used to have the that's not coming to mind right away. So please so if you could please, G-Ball, explain like that story a little bit better, because that's not really like that particular one is not coming to mind like really quick for me. So if you could please explain that and kind of refresh me on that, I'd greatly appreciate it. But yeah, never ever blindly trust the weather. Never. There was one time in the early 80s in St. Louis, we went to bed being told there's going to be a chance of flurries. Wake up the next morning, one of the biggest blizzards in St. Louis history.
I know all about it. Marvel's telling me. I'm joking, relax. I'm busting your balls. Come on. Look, I know everything that goes on around here.
Dude, those fucking leg slaps, bro. I legit watched Chris Hero bust his own leg open for how many times he slapped his thigh. Like there was a blood spot. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Found myself in a bit of a situation and I need some advice.
In all fairness to meteorologist Kenny P, there's really no way to predict that. There really isn't.
Hypothetically, let's say it's not him, but her. What? Look, hypothetically. No. Look, you're gonna take care of this on your own. Maybe with the woman took care of it.
We got Nelson Kelso in the house. Yeah, pal. Oof. Oof.
Extremely surprised. But this is why I wake up in the morning to train like an animal in the gym. Why go for runs in the middle of the day when it's 100 degrees outside? Why sunny for me?
Yeah, same here, dude. Like those are those blatant leg slaps are the things that expose the business. Like you got guys who are doing it for every single fucking strike they do. And like I remember I was taught where if you're going to do a leg, like a thigh slap, you do it like at the end of the things, like for your big strike, so that you make it mean something. And the crowd ain't looking at your leg, looking at your hand hitting your thigh. They're looking at whatever it is hitting the other dude. Oh, me personally, I have this particular individual that I was in the ring with. He was a well-respected veteran. He is a guy who had hit that move a million times before and put people through tables before. It just happened to be that particular night, shit went wrong. Like I've watched videos of him doing it a million times before. It's just when we got in the ring, shit went wrong. I think even he would say he went a little light on the landing, and that's why it didn't happen. But we covered it, we finished the match, and we nailed it. Granted, it ended with me getting a broken nose, but, we still covered it. Oh, damn, son. Oof. Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, if it's on, for that one, Lab Rat, I'd be putting the blame on Matt Cardona and his producers, like, not watching that back and going, oh yeah, like, we can't air that with that in there. Like, that should have never made air. If they would have, any worker who truly, like, cares about him, wants to protect the business, who would see something like that would be like, yeah, we can't air that. All right, Kenny. Whoop, whoop. Hopefully nothing happens to you while you're moving your car. Giggity, giggity. Hope to see you back. Dude, I've had those moments happen to me too, Canada Space, man, where you you just all of a sudden lay down for a nap in the middle of the day, and you wake up and it's night, and it's like, wait a minute, when was it morning? When did it turn to morning? Whoop, whoop.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be.
Yeah, those NXT parking lots, pal. You ever watch Forrest Gump? You notice how Tom Hanks played that character? Never went full. You never go full. Whoop, whoop. Oh, they're holding the Paris games in the games in Paris. Oh man, with the fact that they did the whole leftist coup over there, how many people are going to end up getting killed by migrants over there? Leftist liberal motherfuckers.
So focus my mind on goals of my new surroundings, and now I seek to comprehend.
Yeah, I caught that, Nelso. I listened to that today when I was doing DoorDash. That was, bro.
I wish I could help you all with this, but these are two different situations.
Was he talking to Nick Aldis?
I know you got a little experience with this one. Figure it out.
So Pete Dunne's back in NXT. Nah, dude, nothing saving that shit. Absolutely nothing saving that shit, pal. Whoop whoop. Yeah, pal, give me French Spider-Man. Yeah. Yeah, that was a bit interesting. I wonder what's going on. We back. We in effect. Why? What? Know what I'm saying? French Spider-Man is the hero America needs. Whoop whoop.
NXT Championship on the line right now. We just saw those from Trick Williams. What is your advice to the former champions since he seems to be seeking advice?
All right, so what are we doing with this? Ethan's obviously going over. It's just how is he going over? That's kind of the thing. I don't know him personally, but that would not surprise me, Canada Spaceman. Here's what, if I'm Dante Chen, here's what I'm saying. If I'm asked that question, who am I feuding with? Okay, I hit my finish. That person comes out and distracts the ref, which leads to Ethan Page getting the pin over me. I ain't gonna argue with that, Gam. Give all the gold to Stephanie Vacour and Moose. Whoop, whoop. Get me the Great American Bash, pal. We're pulling out all the WCW tropes. For sure. I would, if anything, I would add Booker T to make it a 3-man team, or I would trade him and Corey Graves. Honestly, I think the 3-man between Booker, Graves, and Barrett would be better. And then that way you can kind of elevate a new announcer into the NXT position, but that's just me. Dude. That AEW doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, man. It's basically It's basically like a billionaire trust fund. Herb Abrams running that company. Yeah, I definitely think at this point in Michael Cole's career, he should be kind of stepping down and coaching like his replacements and the people who are taking over for him. Put him in like as an advisor, consultant. Have him be the guy who helps teach the new guys. Oh, dude, MJF would be fucking amazing as a color commentator. MJF would be fantastic. That's not a bad idea, Lab Rat. Not a bad idea at all. Have Michael Cole be the guy on the headsets kind of relaying stuff to the commentators. Because he's a guy who's experienced Vince. And be like, okay, while Vince definitely had his positive qualities, he had his shitty ones. So I'm going to kind of go with the positive and get rid of the shitty. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, for a guy Page's size, for a guy Ethan Page's size, that's kind of a, he might want to look into changing his finisher. We got Huber Wrestling Entertainment in the house. Whoop, whoop. Cookton Family Game Night. Of course, Family Game Night's always a fun night. I remember those when I was a kid. Whoop, whoop. Sorry and Aggravation are always fun games in our house. Three to nothing. Yeah, pal. Oh, dude. 2 games of sorry, 1 game of life. Fuck yeah. That shit's always fun, brah. Walmart and then get the Uno Old Wild. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, pal. I turn this. Oof. Sorry to hear that, pal. 0 wins. That's never fun. Hold on, once I gotta turn this fan on real quick. Yeah, Attitude Era Michael Cole was great. I enjoyed watching Michael Cole in like the early 2000s. Oof, yeah, pal. Oof. Oof. Smoky Toki time, pal. And we are currently doing Chem Driver tonight. Whoop, whoop. Dude, Nelso. In my spare time, I'm currently watching I'm currently in October, late October, early November 2000 of WWF. Dude, those Michael Cole frosted tip blonde highlights are on full display, pal. Yeah, pal. Cam Driver make you feel nice. Yeah, actually, I think that is Canada Spaceman. I think that was when, during that period where they were like very, very slowly transitioning Taz from wrestler to commentator, and they started him out by having him be a commentator on Sunday Night Heat in fall of 2000 alongside Michael Cole. I don't think they have yet. Yeah, I haven't seen him either.
Hey, don't look at me. You guys said my name. Listen, we don't care. Go back to Scotland. Guys, I get it. You've been working hard for years. I'd be upset too if someone just showed that and became the most talked about superstar in all of NXT. But the reality is, I'm sticking around. I like it here in NXT. Don't see the finish, Joe.
Dude. Dude, here's my conspiracy theory. Let's hit the button. My conspiracy theory, this TNA NXT partnership is just for WWE to get Joe Hendry and slowly introduce him to their audience and get him over before they sign him. We got, Izzy. Okay, we're having the Izzy and Tatum match now. I remember those. Clap on, the clapper. Whoop, whoop. All right, now that what kind of so both of these two have both appeared in TNA. So now, having watched both shows, here's me as a fan asking this question. Which TNA not going to run out and do interference in this match? And who are they going to help? Or is going to attack both? Who knows? Zelina Vega is supposed to be. It looks like to me like it's WWE's version of them like trying to take a shot at Mercedes Moné for not re-signing with them and going to AEW instead. Now, do I think the colored hair? Do I think that Zelina Vega is on board with it? Yeah, I think so because she has pride in her country and she's doing it. However, whose idea it is, I can't say. It's very possible it could have been her idea and she pitched it to WWE and WWE said, yeah, that's a great idea to get a shot back at Mercedes Moné. Or WWE went to Zelina Vega and said, hey, what if you dyed your hair in the colors of the Puerto Rican flag? With their intentions being taking a shot at Mercedes Moné. And then you have, Zelina Vega being like, oh, that's a great idea. I like that. Yeah. Like, who knows? Who knows? Whoop, whoop. Dark Wendy.
Seems like there's a new focus from Tatum Paxley, who's trying to chop down.
Ooh. Okay. So with Wendy Chu stepping out here, how about this for a TNA NXT crossover swerve? Wendy Chu and Ash by Elegance are working together. Wendy Chu helps Ash by Elegance win the TNA Knockouts title. Ash helps Wendy Chu with her problems in NXT, as well as gets a title shot at the Knockouts title. All right, there's your deal. Paid him Taxley for the win, pal. Yeah, this was not a bad match. Both women did very well. I thought both women did a fantastic job. They got what they needed to done. They didn't overexpose themselves. They didn't go do any ridiculous shit. They just kind of stuck to what they were able to do. Not good shit. Rosemary and Wendy, yes. That's something you could do something with right there. I like that, Lab Rat. Get me Chase U, pal. Dude, they did like... Yeah, like they didn't go out. I noticed that too. Like that was actually a good match. Get me Lola Vice City, pal. Speaking of which, get me Ray Liotta too, pal. Mr. McMahon. Ray Liotta's dead, sir. What? Who? All right, then get me his Mexican still living counterpart. Get me Lola, pal. Man, Sorry, I had a little bit of a mental meltdown there for a second there, guys. I apologize. With that Prime Day commercial with Megan the Stallion. A lot of mixed thoughts about that. You know, while I wish for the best for Megan as a human being, and and just wanting the best and hoping for her, at the same time, everything she promotes and represents is everything I stand against. So, like, anytime you see somebody like that, it's just kind of like, ugh. You kind of hate having those conflicting things bubbling up at once, you know? It's very possible. Like, yeah, like when it comes to that sort of thing, clothing and what you're wearing does, and the way it displays it kind of does have a lot to do with that. Like, for example, I've seen women with, ones that are small with the right clothing and visceral enhancements have actually become enhanced. And then women with some of the larger ones, depending on what they wear, they've actually, reduced how big they are, at least in appearance. Get me Peacock, pal.
Hey, that's twice in 30 seconds. Come on. Excuse me.
No, thank you. I'm not interested.
Pause. Rewind. Girl, this ain't Chase you. This is Chase me. Plus, I came to talk to your car. What's going on here?
All right, I'm liking this pre-tape.
I need you to take a job now. You up here now, I need you to help me. Hey, on second, I'm sure Miss Jackson would love to get to know me. Promise. No attraction. No touchy, Mr. Stallion. Relax yourself. See, you ever get in trouble again, huh? Oh, you know I love trouble. See?
No, that was a nice little pre-tape / vignette there. I like that. It felt natural and believable. I like that. Here's kind of the thing that kind of you're doing a storyline of rookies versus veterans in the developmental division. Do they not see the problem with that? Like, you're all rookies. What the fuck? Like, I think the only way that could only work and make sense is if they played it off and wrote it as, like, you know, Fallon Hendry and her crew, whereas, like, were just like super delusional and thought that they were veterans when they're really not. Then that could work. Okay. Yeah, exactly, revamped, an oxymoron. You're the veterans of the developmental division. How does that make any sense?
It's heavily taped, and you knew that JC would target this part of the body on Lola Vice. There's no doubt, by the way, Booker, that Lola Vice proved she belongs in the main event picture for what they did.
Yeah, that pretty much sounds like everybody's, you know, the today modern social media person. Get me Jumbo Shrimp, pal. And throw some crawdads in there, too. Yeah. Yes, revamped. You just nailed it right there. Entitled kids. They're basically that 16-year-old, rich, spoiled, blonde, you know, bimbo airhead. For her 16th birthday, gets a car from her parents. Like it's a Lamborghini, you know, for her birthday. And then she throws a fit because it's not the color she wants. I'll give them credit. At least they're getting Lola Vice's backhand over. If the squad you're referring to is the one I'm thinking of, bro, don't get me started. Do not get me started. Yeah. And if anyone wants to clip this, tell him, my bro, Vince Russo, I love you. I love your bro. But I think I just called and raised you. I took your bro to a bro.
I'm pretty sure she was looking for that earlier. It's my bell. Do you wanna lick? You're so sweet, Potato. We're too old to be playing with dolls. But thanks, girl.
Okay, I think that was very clever. Dude, that thing with the dolls and Tatum Taxley, that was clever. I liked that. I like that. I thought that was a nice example of show, don't tell. She basically put down like the blonde, the white blonde Barbie doll, picked up the darker skinned, dark haired Barbie doll. I was like, okay, that's my next target.
Should be all right. Not a competition. At University of Phoenix, our bachelor's and master's scholarships are accessible to all. You'll get the best scholarship.
Yeah, pal.
Qualified for.
Get me Olympics.
Because everyone deserves an opportunity to save on their education without competing for
By the way, if you ever find yourself in St. Louis, make sure you check out one of the Emo's pizza locations. Simone Biles put it over.
The thing you care about is the job well done. But when you get your tools from Harbor Freight, something about the job feels different. Your wallet, whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Get me Harbor Freight and Oreos, pal. Whoop, whoop.
Jokes, but here goes. This muffin goes on vacation. What's happening? You said joking 3 times. It's fine here. Anyway, this muffin.
Well, I was just excited about my new car.
Car. You need a joke. You need a Jake. Like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there.
You forgot the toothbrush city felon. Like a good neighbor.
Cleaning your dog's teeth can be hard. But not with Creamy's dental treats. Creamy's well-being made wonderful.
Dude, I so much love the advances that have come when it comes to like dog food and dog treats. There's so much they do so much better for your dogs now than they did 10, 15, 20 years ago.
I added the Dutch. Stay twice and get a $50 gift card when you book direct. Take a breath of fresh air with the Stanley Steamer Air Duct Cleaner. We clean over 10 million feet of air ducts each year with our specialized troughs built by us.
Yeah, we also had a World Fair too. I think it was. I'm gonna feel stupid for saying it if I get this wrong, but I want to say it was 1904. And that was when toasted ravioli was invented. The Ozempics. Get me Lizzo, pal.
I successfully defended my title tonight. Then that maniac Mensa tried to ruin it, just like you were trying to ruin the chance tonight. Thank you and goodbye.
Dude, I'm liking how NXT is kind of doing these NXT style, backstage pre-tapes where you have the cameraman running up on the wrestlers being like, and asking them questions, and the wrestlers are trying to blow them off while answering the questions. Man, what makes this weird is because Michin was literally just like, okay, we need a woman. Okay, she's not doing anything. Let's stick her into this.
For the OC and Meechin, wearing red tonight because they see red every time they see OTM. And this thing is already breaking down between these six. You don't think those things going down and still coming on the past few weeks, just it's turned into something. With the lady right there, Meechin in this park. Officially underway. There's no more verbal attacks. There's going to be no more brawls. This is going to get settled here and now between these six and the OC. Game faces are on because this is going to be a slaughter.
You know what, Canada Spaceman? This might be a controversial opinion. I welcome them doing that. I honestly do. Well, it might not be, to my personal taste. I recognize and respect the talent it takes, to get really good at that. And if it's included as an Olympic sport, I'm not going to argue that. I'm with that. Yeah, apply that same thing to surfing. And apply the same to skateboarding. Well, I might not personally, it might not be my cup of tea. I still recognize, the amount of, talent, skill, and hard work and dedication that goes into becoming great at that. And that I would definitely support it being recognized at the Olympics. Sport climbing too, pal. Very nice. Maybe not Olympic level, but it should definitely have its own. It should definitely have its own, championship for sure. Maybe like in a decade or so, I could see the, things with, cannabis acceptance, progress, and all that. I could see it maybe in 10 years. Being something in the Olympics. As messed up as that sounds. Damn, really? Man, I'm really surprised that those haven't been done before, because I would have thought that that'd be something that were like, okay, they're recognized as an entire Olympics, but but also understood like, okay, they're not as popular, so we're kind of keep them on the down low. Yeah, great point, Lab Rat. Fantastic point. And dude, nothing wrong with that, Canada Spaceman. In a weird way, the Olympics is kind of like when it comes to sports and athletics, it's like an extremely large buffet. What's wrong with adding new dishes to the buffet to potentially attract new people to come and check out what else you got there?
Here this evening, they're in for a fight. Each have just got dropped between the Parker and what we've seen from these 6 individuals. No one can really get one up on the other. It's been even. No matter what they've been doing, Nina made the tag. Carl Anderson's now able. He comes running in. Anderson, Nina, though, would just eat those shots. We talk about, that veteran, that veteran experience learned. Nina just blocked Anderson and then chucked it. Watch the way. Still watch the way. And this is the OC we've seen in the past. Those Navy champions.
Dude, that's cool, man. And I'm very happy that you enjoyed that. That's awesome. There's something there for everybody. Like when it comes to something like the Olympics, I really think there needs to be as diverse as choices as possible, because you want as many people watching as possible. Like, okay, I like this. I've never seen this before. Let me check this out. And you might have people coming in who have different tastes, who might check out things they never would have checked out before, and they discover new things they might like. The OCOGs, whoop whoop. That is one I'm shocked they haven't entered in yet. But if their excuse was, well, the only country that really does it is the USA, and they would just destroy everybody else, that's why we haven't done it. Well, then, yeah, I can kind of accept that as a logical reason why.
I'm not the only one who saw what happened. Yeah. Just kidding.
Okay. Matter of fact, I'm not even the only one
Although I do agree with you, Gam, there should be auto racing at the Olympics, 100%.
One way or another, I'm going to put the rest of my way.
Because if the other countries, like, okay, we need to figure out where we stand and how we need to get better, where we need to improve, and then see like much more competitive, better, competition in that. Oh yeah, Matt, I love that match. I thought that was a fun match. It just kind of felt like it would have went better on a house show, instead of TV. Like if they would have condensed it down, a condensed version of this match would have been a great TV match. This match was a great house show match. Like if you bought a ticket to come watch the show and sit and watch it live, yeah, this is a great match. Hey, she might have Canada. Yeah, or that too, just present it as an exhibition.
How will the American nightmare respond to the bloodline's brutality? Plus, with the gauntlet thrown down.
Oh yeah, so news and rumors, apparently Hikuleo is on his way to WWE, and he'll be joining the Bloodline very, very soon, according to the dirt sheets. But of course, never believe anything you read in the dirt sheets until it actually happens on screen. That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned when it comes to reading what's on the dirt sheets and what the wrestling journalists talk about. Don't believe a word they say until it actually happens.
Papa John's, we start with that. Like our fresh, never frozen dough made from 6 simple ingredients. And our dough can save you day. Get 2 or more Papa Perry favorites for just $6 right now on the app from Papa John's. So I didn't think I needed stuff for myself.
We're baked, pal. Yeah. And since I work at Papa John's, I can honestly say that yes, their dough is not frozen. Like literally, what they do is they produce it at their plant and they put it in a truck, transport in a cooled truck, transport to the store, and then keep it in a cooler. Like it's not frozen, but just kept cool. And they just have a very extremely strict timeline of how long this dough is good for. Yeah, pal. Yeah, pizza sounds delicious right now. Whoop whoop. Dude, that spicy garlic sauce is delicious, man. Oh. Mmm. Almost second, guys. I'm gonna turn this fan off.
I don't know what Cody Bush is doing in Washington, but she's not helping us here. Bush voted against Biden's infrastructure bill, one of only 6 Democrats to do so. She voted no on the bill that has put thousands of us to work here in St. Louis. She fights with Biden. She votes against our jobs. She gets nothing from us. I've had enough of Cody Bush. She did not deliver for St. Louis. You can tell me responsible for the contents of this. Lots of money being spent on Wesley Bell. Well, here in St. Louis, we keep receipts. Wesley Bell worked for a gun-loving Republican. Wesley donated to the Republican speaker who bragged about banning abortion. Now Bell is bankrolled by Republican billionaire PAC that supports January 6th. Bell takes money from Trump, home donors, the worst Republicans. That's some real Bell boom. Wesley, the facts speak for themselves, and we don't like show. Working Families Party PAC is responsible for the content.
Yeah, I don't want to get into. I can't get into specifics, but yeah, it's like a 7-day cycle where it's like they keep super strict, stuff on that. But it's like a 7-day cycle, and that's all I can say. From production, from transport to store, till okay, we have to get this used or it's going in the trash.
A 2-week special. Tuesday, July 30th and Tuesday, August 6th. Only on Sci-Fi.
But yeah, Canada Spaceman. One thing I can say I have seen is if we have any leftover dough at the end of the night, we'll put it in a plastic bag and put it in the freezer at the end of the night to keep it, okay, we can still use this. Whoop whoop. That's actually a good question. It looks like Obafemi's definitely in it. Not quite sure what it is. Dude, that's some bullshit Canada space, man. That's some straight up fucking bullshit. What the fuck, man? Like, dude, you should get your ass fired for that shit, bro. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, Duke Hudson versus Obafemi for the North American title. That's what the main event is. And the storyline is that going into this is that it was what's his name? Ridge Holland got this match booked without him knowing, without Duke Hudson knowing. So there could be so the finish could have some heavy storyline implications, and we could actually go off the air with the cliffhanger. So we don't know, which actually makes this match interesting. Whoop whoop. Yeah, that's kind of how that kind of stuff works. It's kind of like the good old boy system, you know? Whereas in a completely free and unobstructed free labor market, the cream, the cream, they rise, it always to the top, yeah. Whoop, whoop. Commercial break, pal. Giggity.
In any condition, guaranteed, and get a new iPhone 15 with tons of storage on us. Only on Verizon. Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Dude, this is for tour. Tavern style pizza is perfect.
Yeah, I'm legit surprised they haven't called Duke Hudson up yet. He seems like the perfect guy who would fit into like the WWE ecosystem, unless there's some kind of backstage, political things we're not aware of. Oh, dude, that's an amazing shirt, man. That's a great shirt. I love that one.
Some people saw a response as early as 2 weeks. With Austedo XR, they can stay on.
Help for fever, stiff muscles, problems thinking, or sweating. Common side effects include inflammation.
Chicago. One out pizza's the hut.
I need to try one of those Chicago style, Chicago tavern style pizzas from Pizza Hut one of these days.
Great show. Tells a great story. It transports you. It makes you feel. This summer, one of our greatest stories will be told in a way you've never seen before. When the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics is staged here on the set, wait is almost over. We are back live this our main event. The North American Championship is on the line. 2 cuts in the channel.
This has been a fun episode of NXT so far. Can't really say anything bad about it other than, I'd like to see a little bit more, vignettes, character development, and, pre-tapes, but what they did, I thought they did pretty well. It's been a decent match. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I'm with you, Nell. So a lot of the places, there's a decent amount of Pizza Huts that closed, and then pretty much all of their dine-ins converted into basically carry-outs or deliveries, which sucks because if you ever been to a Pizza Hut dine-in in the 90s, bro, they were fucking amazing. Or even, dude, I was lucky enough to have one nearby me in the mid 2010s, like 2015, 2016. That was nearby me. We went there as like a last, ditch effort, and it was still a fucking awesome buffet. But yeah, that tavern pizza, man, it's very similar to the again, I say, and this is me saying this to somebody from St. Louis. The tavern style pizzas feels like Chicago saw what St. Louis was doing and be like, okay, we like that. All right, let's see how we can do that. Yeah, same here, Candace Space, and we're getting an overrun. Oh, dude, that buffet was amazing. Like they had every pizza in every crust. Dude, that was so good. Like they had a pepperoni pizza, they had a cheese pizza, they had a sausage pizza, they had a bacon pizza, they had a veggie pizza, they had a meat pizza. Oh yeah, we have it in our. Oh yeah, we also have that in our thick and hand tossed crust. We're just gonna keep bringing them out at random intervals throughout the buffet, buffet time. To be fair, looking at the structure of a Pizza Hut building, I can understand why taco shops would be like, yeah, that's perfect for us. Because to be fair, like a lot of the Pizza Huts, like a lot of the standalone Pizza Huts, kind of looked like those Mexican villas, which really looked awesome. So it makes sense that taco shops would want to pick them up. Like if I was a taco shop and I saw like a vacant Pizza Hut, I'm like, yeah, I want that. So I don't got to do shit for renovations. Yes. Yes. Now, so I was like, okay, I finished, okay, I finished what I had on my plate. I got room for more. What's on the buffet is not what I like. Okay, what are they going to bring out next? Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. Moose has to show up at some point. I really think they're building up for when Moose finally shows up and make his first appearance in NXT. Like I really think that right now it's like, okay, we're kind of like in slow build simmer mode, and then when Moose appears, okay, that's when the shit's on. I'd love to see Moose show up tonight, but I understand why they want to kind of slow down and build up to Moose's first appearance on NXT. Dude, Candace Spaceman, I can't speak, for your experience or the experiences of the people of the rest of the country. Just for me and where I was at, we had a Pizza Hut buffet nearby us where they had like literally every kind of pizza on every kind of crust, including the sides and salads and a salad bar. Yeah, it had to have been a difference because like the one nearby me, it had all the pizzas on all the crusts with all of the sides plus a salad bar.
You are so lost right now. It's not funny. Never been more clear before. So how about this, Briggs? Me and you, let's swing. You're proving my point for me. Last time we did that, I beat you up pretty good. Look, man, I don't want to put you through that again. No disqualification.
Yeah, I really think they're kind of doing a slow burn to bringing in Moose because I really think like with him, they know what they got. They want to do it the right way. But yeah, it was a fun show tonight. We enjoyed watching it. We were hanging out. We had a great time. We were chilling with like villains, having a great time. Whoop whoop. Thank you guys so much. We will be back tomorrow night with the AEW Dynamite watch along as soon as the A show goes off the air. So yeah, it'll be a late start tomorrow night with that, and then we'll be back with Friday for the SmackDown watch along. We're doing a late start for Slammiversary on Saturday and TNA on Sunday. So we'll see you then. Much love to you guys. Whoop whoop. Yeah, pal. Love you guys. We'll see you then. Giggity giggity.